today. I know you have to be in a good mood because we're gonna make chocolate peanut butter bars. Chocolate peanut butter bars. You guys, you have just proved to me how much you love chocolate and peanut butter as much as I do. So thank you for loving chocolate and peanut butter. We need it, right? It's like a necessity of life. Okay, so if you are watching, please put protein bars. Hashtag protein bars. If you are watching the replay, if you're joining me live, say good morning. Good morning, friends. I'm going to show you guys how fast this is to make. And this recipe is inspired by Autumn's chocolate peanut butter balls. And I have the breakdown for you guys today. So if you saw in the event, I put all the math in there. And it is a little bit scary. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes it can be a little bit scary to break down the macros. Macros are simply your fats, your carbs, and your proteins. And so today we're gonna break that down, what that looks like for you, if you wanna make this fuel pool style, or if you wanna have this as an S, I'm gonna show it to you. So let's get to it. I did link the Instagram post. If you wanna go to the original recipe, you're welcome to make that one. I'm gonna share my modifications with you right here live today. So thank you for being here. Okay. Who's here with us live today? Araya, come say hi. Come say hi. Here's Araya. She's my assistant today. I love you.
Peggy, Connie,
Good morning,
Laura.
Connie. Jerry, love you, girl.
Linda.
Hello, Laura, Marty. Good morning, friends. Peggy, yes, protein bars. That's right.
Linda.
We all need more protein, right? This is something we've been working on, is adding protein. So what we're gonna do today is we are going to be using baking blend, the plant protein, peanut flour, gentle sweet, mineral salt, almond milk, and just a little bit of peanut butter. That's pretty much it. And then if you want to add the chocolate, you're just gonna need some on-plan chocolate chips and a little bit of coconut oil, and that's it. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, we are gonna do 1/3 cup of baking blend, 1/3 cup of plant protein powder, and 2/3 cup of peanut flour. So my lovely assistant has already measured this out. Now, I really want you to take note of the ingredients I'm using. I am using Term Healthy Mama products. So it's important to know that because when I give you the breakdown of the numbers later, they are based on the ingredients I'm using, and I have learned time and time again, you know, it can vary down to your almond milk. This almond milk has 2.5 grams of fat in a cup, and your almond milk might be slightly different. So just want to make note of that right away. Okay, so here we go. We got our baking blend, and then we are going to add in our protein, plant protein powder, and then we are going to add in our Trim Healthy Mama defatted peanut powder. Again, this is same one. If you're getting a different brand than this, it's going to alter your numbers. So keep this in mind. Okay. Now we are going to add in 1/4 cup of gentle sweet. And I do use xylitol free. If you guys are new to me, I love xylitol free. It doesn't alter the taste, I promise. Did you just see how light and fluffy that was going in? It doesn't get clumpy. And I have furry friends that sometimes accidentally get my Term Healthy Mama treats, not on purpose, but accident. And I want them to stay alive. And so that's just another thing. If you have furry friends, stay away from xylitol. Okay, now we are going to add in our mineral salt. And I just have Himalayan salt. And I just keep my salt in a jar. Now, what else are we gonna do? Okay, now we're going to add in 1/3 cup of, and that was 1/2 teaspoon of mineral salt. We're gonna do 1/3 cup of almond milk. Now, this is really important. This is one of those recipes you need to measure. Don't eyeball it. You know what, the eyeball queen? I'm guilty, okay? But don't do that because you need this texture to be right, okay? Now, I did melt the peanut butter. And here's the thing, you guys. This is 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. If you're like gonna get all savvy and take out the peanut butter, I tried it. And it changes the texture. So if you do that, and actually I'm gonna pull some out and show you guys here in a second. If you decide to do that, you will either have to add in more peanut flour, which you can, because when I do the breakdown in numbers, you'll see why I'm saying this. You can add more peanut flour. It is an option, but it changes the texture. And you want this to be like cookie dough texture when you're done, okay? Because if it's not cookie dough texture and it's too runny, it's gonna be really hard to cut into the bars and then we'll all be sad. We'll be sad together. So look at this. Can you guys see how crumbly this is? You're doing it right. You're doing it right. So you just got to keep mixing. You just got to mix and sing to yourself, you know, and have a good time. Because it doesn't take this long to make this batch. All right. This is coming together. I got to get another spoon. Try not to touch it and get all over the place. Dun, dun, dun. Does anybody have any questions so far? Nope, no questions. Is everybody having a good Thursday? You guys have plans for this weekend? I have exciting news for you guys while you're hanging out with me. You can be the second to hear. My generation movers were the first to hear. You can be the second to hear. The summit is coming back, friends. I am so excited. We are going to ignite your health. And if you are ready to be ignited, if you are ready for a change, then I want to invite you to join us and come check it out, because we have got 6 amazing coaches that are going to come talk to you about 6 different topics to help you. And guess what? It's free. It's completely free. You can find out all the details at thebestyoussummit.com. I did link it in the description for you guys. You can find out some different options. There is a pay option that is awesome, might I add, where you get a ton of bonuses. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But if you're like, yep, sign me up, I'm all in, I want all the bonuses, then I would encourage you to do that. Super, super low cost. So go to that link. You do have to register, whether you register for the free or the paid. You do have to, let me just feel this texture, if this is getting there. Okay.
Jerry said it must be a puppy in the background.
Yes,
like
he is. Can you hear him? I'm sorry, guys. My house is like crazy. If you didn't know that, there's 9 of us who live here, and it can be a bit loud sometimes. So, okay. I'm not gonna, I was debating if I needed, if you get it, this is good. I think this is good. I'm feeling it. It should be, see how this is cookie dough? You don't want it to be so dry though that it doesn't stick together. But this is good. If you can touch it, you know there's a problem if it's sticky. And I tried to do another variation of this and it was so sticky. Now, if it does get that way, you can save it. I think you just need to throw it in the freezer for a little bit and let it firm up. But if it's sticky, you're gonna have a hard time putting it into the protein bars or balls, whatever you decide to do with your recipe. Okay, so once you get this together, I'm trying to get all of it. I don't want to, no protein goo left behind. Goo, is that the word?
I said, woohoo, ignite your health.
Ignite your health, yes! Who's excited about igniting their health? I hope it's you guys. I am going to be doing Ignite Your Fitness. If you guys don't know, I love working out. And I want to help you work out too and make it fun. And you guys, I started out with doing nothing. So if you're a couch potato, I am your fellow couch potato friend who has ignited her health. I work out pretty much 6 days, 7, actually probably 7 days a week. I mean, I walk like every day. So, and I love it. And it's about mental health more than anything. Okay, so now just dip this in chocolate and it's one giant Easter egg and then you eat it and you're done. Okay, just kidding. Don't do that. Oh my gosh. You would be proteinified if you did that. Because you guys want to know? Let's start rattling off some numbers here. I wrote this down for you because I am telling you, I love you guys. I think about you guys all the time. How can I help you? How can I add value and bless you? And I was like writing, if you saw this, I had put this in the event. And I was like scratching it out. So you notice the base ingredients is like a third cup, 2/3 cup. 1/3 cup is equal to 5.33 tablespoons. So I had to math backwards to figure out how much is it per tablespoon. So anyways, that's how much I love you guys. But this is what it came out to be. Okay, so this is, can you guys see? I gotta move this so you can see what I'm doing. I feel like I'm in the way. Okay, so what you want to do, you can shape this. So this is how you know you did it right. you can like make it take on a shape. Then just put it on some parchment paper. And then you can just roll this out, okay? Now, we're gonna make 5 bars because that's what I did the math for. And you could make it as many, you could make it small, you can do whatever you want. But I do not like dipping brown, I don't wanna make balls, I just didn't want to. And if you want to keep this fuel pool, all you have to do is don't add chocolate. It's that simple, okay? So let me see, do I feel like happy with this? I made it weird shaped. Now it's gonna be weird for you guys. Only, it just, if I do it not live, it's perfect. And then, you know, you go live and you have an audience watching you and it's gonna be wonky, just how it is. I've come to accept my life. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm okay with it. This is not perfect. I did it yesterday and it took me like no time flat. So when you make it, it'll be so much easier and better, I promise. So grab your knife and then you can just eyeball it. Envision it in your mind. Do you ever just visualize? You should be visualizing. If you're not visualizing, you should be visualizing who you want to become. You want to become a better version of yourself. If you visualize cutting it in half, you would get 4, right? If you made it equal, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna slide it over a little bit. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So you have to visualize it first before you cut it. Now, if you're not perfect, it's okay. No one's perfect. Friends, no one's perfect. So this is what we're gonna do. You're just gonna do the best you can. That's all we got. That's all I ask of you ever. Done. See? It's all I visualized, and now they look good. See? 5 bars. That's it. Now, this is fuel pool. Here's the numbers. Okay, let me be totally honest. It is slightly over on the fat. Slightly. It is 5.93 grams of fat. So, if you want to call this a light dish, you can. If you're okay with, you know what, it's close enough, you can call it fuel pool. If you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna pull out just a tiny bit of peanut butter to make this more fuel pool, you're welcome to do that too, okay? I just wanna be completely transparent. It is 5.93 grams of fat in 1 bar. You could also cut it in half. You could cut it into 10 bars, but then you're also gonna cut your protein. So there's that. All right, so this has 4.712, sounds so exact. This is for my numbers nerds. 4.712 grams carbohydrates per 1/5, okay? And then protein, there's 17 grams of protein. Yay, that's awesome, okay? So I'll show you guys how I eat this when I get done. But now, here's the thing. I whipped up the chocolate. Now, if you're gonna do it with the chocolate, it's going to change the numbers drastically because chocolate has a lot of fat in it. So again, this is the fuel pool style, and I've eaten it this way. It's amazing. It's good. Just trust me and try it, okay? Do not add the chocolate chips into this, or you will completely change the numbers. So if you go to that reference that I listed up above, don't add that. Do not do it. Okay, so now the coating is what I'm talking about. So what I did was I did the 1/2 cup of chocolate in my Wilton chocolate melter, and then I added 1 tablespoon of the coconut oil. And the reason you want to do that on this particular recipe is it makes the chocolate more runny. And you guys know I love shortcuts, and I have also made where you just melt the chocolate. You can do that too. It will make it harder. It won't be as pliable. So my recommendation on this specific recipe, especially if you're gonna make these in advance and take these as protein bars to go, is to go ahead and add the coconut oil just so it's softer, and especially when you bite into it. Because nothing worse than you like bite into it and you're in your car and it's like chocolate chunks on your white blouse. Just me. But that'd just be me. Do I have a white blouse? I don't think I have one. Oh my gosh. You guys are in for it today. Okay, what am I doing now? I thought, okay, what's the easiest way to do this? Now you gotta trust the process. You guys trust me? I'm using Epicure silicone. I recommend Epicure. It's 100% silicone. If you guys want any reference, they don't make this anymore. I'm sorry, but this is the one I like the most. If you, that's not true. I like this one for this the most, but my favorite product is the multi-purpose steamer. if you have the multi-purpose steamer and you want to use that for this, you absolutely can. So pull out your multi-purpose steamer. It's just a little bit deeper, and that's the difference. So whatever you have silicone, pull that out because it's going to help you. But you want this, see how this is as wide as these bars, and this isn't. And I don't really want to bend the bars, so that's the goal. But I'm going to show you how easy cleanup is, so you're like, oh my gosh, that's one more thing you're adding. Don't worry, don't panic. Okay, so I'm going to put my chocolate in here. And this is fun, you guys. Have your kids do it if you don't want to, although I'm telling you, it's very therapeutic. I made these up in like 10 minutes yesterday. You know, it always takes me longer when I'm talking to you guys. Love you guys. Okay, here we go. So now, this is what I did. I also have my Epicure. This is my small sheet pan liner. If you have the big sheet pan liner from Epicure, it doesn't matter. Just, you can also do parchment paper. You're like, Sarah, can I do? Yes, you can. But I like this because I'm gonna show you how easy cleanup is. Now, take your bar. What I would do we have the little spatula? I'll use this guy. Get a little spatula guy. And then you could take your bar, and then you're just gonna dip it in the chocolate like a so, and then flip it, and then just kind of make sure it's covered, looking good. And then you're just gonna transport it to your, oh, that one's falling apart. It's okay, I'm gonna eat it anyways. It's fine. Okay, we'll do this one. So we're gonna dip it, and then we're gonna flip it, and then we're gonna put it on our tray. So we continue all the way till we're done. All right, now, I am going to tell you what to do, because when you're done, there's gonna be just a little bit of chocolate left, just a touch. Now, you can, if you go to clean this up, so once you get them all in here, then you're gonna stick this in your freezer. Stick it in your freezer for 5 minutes. Now, I do wanna throw out a disclaimer. I have a 0-degree freezer, okay? That's the one I always stick my Trim Healthy Mama treats. It's like a flash freeze, and then I pull it out. So if you have a regular freezer that is not that high, it might take longer for yours to set. So I just wanna be upfront and honest with you guys about that. 0-degree freezer, you could go put it in your deep freezer, 5 minutes, they will be ready to eat immediately. Okay, so after you do that, then it also, these will peel right off. I mean, they will just go bloop and peel right off, and nothing will be stuck to your tray. And you can just rinse it off, you know, quick rinse, and then let it dry. So that easy cleanup. And then this doesn't, you can just put this away. This is why I like the silicone liners, because then you can reuse it. It's reusable. Now, if you have, now I'm gonna coat these last two, but I'll do that later. I wanna just finish demoing this for you guys. But whatever chocolate's left, so it'll have less chocolate than this. What I recommend is you can either throw it in your freezer for a few minutes or just let it sit out and harden. And then if you try to scrape it or get it out, I mean, you can always like do this, but just know you're eating a bunch of fat. If you let it sit and harden, it will just pop up. And I don't know if I've shown you I think I have shown you guys before, but it will just peel up. And then again, you just rinse it and you're done. It's like so easy. So same thing, you guys, if you don't have one of these, Mother's Day is coming, tell your husband immediately. This is the gift you want, okay? I know I've talked a lot of you guys into it, but it's such a blessing. It will add so much value to your life to have this, especially if you love chocolate as much as I do. So same thing with this. Any chocolate you have left in here, just let it harden. And then when it's hard, you can just pop it and it will pop out and you can eat it, and like put it in a little baggie and you can save it. It makes it very smooth. It's very creamy. It takes the crunchy texture of the chocolate chips and it softens it, so it's just really good. So trust me on that. You can put it in a bag to go. I did use the Whole Foods 365 sugar-free chocolate chips is the ones that I have that upside down. These are the chocolate chips that I use. I always recommend these to you guys because there is no inulin in these, okay? So you're not gonna get the farts and gas, okay? If you get these. It's literally chocolate liqueur, erythritol, cocoa butter, soy lecithin, stevia, and then these ones, they do now have dry whole milk. So for my sisters who are dairy free, just note that they have added dry whole milk. So heads up. But if you do not need to be dairy free, awesome option, okay? Dairy free mamas, there's still an option for you. Max Sweets has the Max, what are they called? Max Chips, I forgot. You can go to their website and those are completely dairy free. Okay. So now, let's see. I'm throwing things out of my refrigerator. So when they're done, I'm just gonna grab a plate. I threw these in a bag. Now, if you're gonna take these to go with you, you know, put them in like a little single serve individual bags. I just threw all these in there. But what you're gonna wanna do is honestly, I mean, especially if you live, we're heading into summer, right? So this would be a melty mess. My recommendation would be make sure you put it with like an ice pack if you're taking this to go. What I love about this is when I want something sweet, I can have this and then I can pair it. This, I know that this has 17 grams of protein in here, so I don't have to be like, where's my protein? And I'm getting my chocolate fix, my peanut butter fix. And then all I've been doing, you guys, it's so easy. I'll show you what I do. So look at this. Let me pull these out. Somebody ate some. Somebody ate some. I have 9 people in my house. I'm honestly shocked they're here. I do have to be like, please don't eat my demo. I do, you guys. You have no idea. Like, please don't eat my demo for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to come up close so you guys can get it. So this is what they look like before. You can see they're all shiny. And then after they've hardened. But the nice thing about this is this chocolate. I'm just going to show you guys. So here's the inside. But look. See how smooth? Did you see how smooth and creamy that is? So that's the texture you're gonna get. It's fabulous. All right, so here's the numbers on this, all right? Whew, I gotta go, let's see. We've got, this is with chocolate. Fat, 17.4 grams of fat. Now, keep in mind, if you're getting, this is a lot more, you're more in control of your ingredients if you do this, which is so great, right? You know the protein source, your sweetener, you're in control. So if you're buying the Think Delights, the Keto Think Delights, this would be a better option because you are getting the best quality ingredients. And then you can put them in your own little Ziploc bags and carry them around, okay? Just to give you guys some options. And they have almost, I think they have as much fat in those too. Maybe it's about 15 grams of fat. So 17 grams of fat. And then it has 6.31 carbs. And then the protein, obviously, it's the same, 17 grams of protein because there isn't any added protein from the chocolate. Okay, any questions on that? What else was I going to show them? I feel like I was going to show them one more thing. What was I going to show you guys? I don't know. So I would love to see you guys at the summit. I'm going to finish making these bars. And let's see, anything else I need to tell you guys? So again, without the chocolate fuel pool, with the chocolate is going to be an S, all right? Okay. Go make some chocolate bars. Oh, if you guys want me to do a recipe post with my modifications, would you just write recipe in the comments for me? I'd be happy to do that. I'm just like, I could do it with the pictures if that helps you, like if you're more visual in that way where you want to see a step-by-step, let me know and I can make that happen. Just put recipe in the comments. All right, is that it? Is that all I got for them today? And here's Augie the doggy. Augie. What should they do if they're watching from YouTube?
Like,
You talk louder. Talk louder, Augie. They can't hear you.
You gotta like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have an amazing day. We'll see you next time.